The Mario movie has been out for a few days now and it has already broken all kinds of records. People seem to love this movie. Except of course for professional critics, more like professional cringe. And due to the Mario movie's massive success, I'm sure that Nintendo is willing to not just dip their feet, but dive right into the pool that is creating more Mario movies. We saw during the post-credits of the Mario movie that a potential second movie has already been teased. We saw that Yoshi egg hatch in the sewers of Brooklyn, which shows what could be a potential Yoshi's Island movie or something in the future, something like that. This little teaser is actually pretty important because it shows that for Nintendo, the Mario movie wasn't a one-off. A sequel is on its way and it opens up the doors for a potential Mario movie franchise. So this got me thinking, what if Nintendo eventually branched off from Mario and created more movies with other beloved Nintendo icons? The Mario movie doing as good as it did means that people are hungry for actual good video game movie adaptations, and if we're lucky, Nintendo might just deliver. So that's why today I wanted to get on here and propose 3 franchises that I would love to see adapted into a movie. Welcome to Phase 1 of the MCU. And before we start, I want to say that not every movie in this list do I want animated by Illumination, or am I saying that I want all these movies to be connected like the MCU? It's just a little joke. MCU, you get it. Although a Smash movie would be pretty cool at some point, but this is just more of a, man, I really like this franchise and I think it would be a really cool movie. Alright, let's begin. Movie 1, Animal Crossing. Now, I've heard a lot of talks online about a Zelda movie and a Metroid movie and all that, and although those ideas are really cool, I would love those movies to exist, I saw no one mention an Animal Crossing movie. Why not? And considering Animal Crossing already has an anime that already exists, this seems like an obvious choice for me. Animal Crossing is an insanely popular franchise, and thanks to the world shutdown of 2020, that popularity only increased. There are more Animal Crossing New Horizons Switch owners than ever before. So how better to capitalize that than with an Animal Crossing movie? I can totally see this movie being separate from the games. You know, keep Tom Nook and Isabelle and all the popular villagers and all that, but give us a new town, a new city or something like that, where a villager moves in and starts to meet the other townsfolk and starts interacting with them. I think this could be a sweet, slower paced movie. Throw in some small drama, of course, to keep the plot going, and it could be some good, cozy fun. I can totally see some beautiful animations, beautiful landscapes, the different characters interacting with one another, good humor, decent writing in there. I think the Animal Crossing vibe, like, I know Illumination already did open season. I know I didn't say not every movie needs to be Illumination, but give me like an open season with Tom Nook and Isabelle or something, and it could even get like emotional in there. Like the villager could be like, oh no, I don't have bells to pay my debt, and then Tom Nook could come in and be like, it's okay. I don't know, but I think Animal Crossing would be a good movie. Let me know what you think. Movie 2, Fire Emblem. Okay, looking at the complete opposite side of the slower paced feel-good movie that is Animal Crossing, a Fire Emblem movie could be an amazing action-packed movie. The Fire Emblem universe has a ton of fleshed out characters and good world building already, so acquiring material for a movie shouldn't be too hard. This has potential to be like a Game of Thrones for all ages or something. Like give me some beautifully written political drama with Fire Emblem characters and pour a ton of budget into the action scenes, and I will be all over that. And this movie could have such a great soundtrack too, to just wrap everything together nicely. There's so many good tracks that Fire Emblem has. They could remix it just like they did with the Mario movie. And although people don't recognize it, like, oh my god, is that stage 3 of Fire Emblem Awakening? Like, they won't recognize it, but the music on itself is just beautiful anyway. So they can just take the sounds, mix it up a little bit, go to the studio, boom, 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 tweak some things. Beautifully animated, beautifully music, beautifully audio, beautiful movie, beautiful. The only thing I feel like is an issue with a potential Fire Emblem movie is the lack of a fan base. Now, don't get me wrong, Fire Emblem is really big. It has a ton of fans, but the fans are within the Nintendo bubble. You know what I mean? It hasn't reached that mainstream global appeal. Like, go show your mom a picture of Mario and she'll be like, oh, Nintendo. Go show your mom a picture of Roy, she'll be like, you know what I mean? Like it hasn't reached that level yet, but I think in a hypothetical setting where Nintendo's like, I believe in Fire Emblem, and they just go ahead and do it, I think if it's written well, it could make new fans and old fans very happy. I think this movie could work really well. It just needs an actual good story. It can't go the Mario movie route and just show reference after reference after reference and has a loosely built plot to string it all together. No. Because it doesn't have that level of global appeal, right? You can't just pull something like that off. You can't just pull off a Fire Emblem the reference movie, because no one will get it. So this movie would for sure be the most plot heavy of the ones I'm proposing today, but I do think it still has a lot of potential. Movie 3, Luigi's Mansion. Alright, this movie is the one I think is the most likely out of the ones I talked about, but one that I think would be an absolute gem of a movie. If I could make any of the movies I talked about in this video a reality, I would make the Luigi's Mansion movie 100% real. Luigi in the Mario movie already had a little small Luigi's Mansion vibey scene where he was just running from the dry bones and entering that mansion with the Shy Guys and the Sniffits and all that. And I loved that little moment. It might be my favorite moment in the entire Mario movie, honestly. And it just made me wish for a Luigi's Mansion standalone movie. That sequence was just beautifully animated. It gave off that creepy but not too creepy vibe. And honestly, this movie could connect to the greater world that the Mario movie created. And you know, with that being said, I would want it to be the same voice as Luigi, same animation, you got this. Just make sure that the plot isn't like, oh, Luigi farted into the mansion and now the Shy Guys are smelling the farts. Like don't give me that elimination humor. Give me some actual good, you know, it doesn't have to be insane plot, but give me like an actual plot. And I think this movie would be amazing. Basically, this movie could be like an adventure that Luigi goes on by himself. Maybe this time he needs to save Mario or something. And he goes inside the mansion with the vacuum and everything. And the story just starts from there. You know, there's this like weird genre of media that I consider like horror for kids. Like Five Nights at Freddy's, Poppy's Playtime, Coraline, that's a little older. But stuff like that, you know what I mean? Where it's like light horror that kids just seem to eat up. And I doubt Nintendo would make this movie like that scary. They're not gonna like jump scare you with blood or anything like that. But I can totally see them leaning in a bit on the creepy, spooky factor a bit. At least enough to make it suspenseful, but not enough to make kids like turn it off or start crying. But overall, a good, humorous, spooky Luigi's Mansion movie is a no-brainer in my opinion. And I really hope we get it at some point. So there it is. 3 movie proposals for a potential Nintendo Cinematic Universe. Which movie was your favorite? Do you have another movie pitch you would like to see? Let me know in the comments. I want to hear it all. And if not, if you don't have nothing, then let me know what your favorite cereal is. I like my Captain Crunch. Okay. Anyways, I think that's enough rambling for one day. My name is Spooky, and I hope we find each other again soon. Take care, everyone.